I'm here all day.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. Skirts by him at the 35. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And a quick throw here, that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He completes it to Evans. No gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. They have the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. And they just keep marching right along. 1st down on a pickup of 8 there. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now Kamara. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Let's go.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Greystone, travel. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. 58's the mic. Go 58's the mic. Come off the ball hard. Big River. Big River.
Back to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. That one good for 7 as this long drive continues and the chains move again.
Okay, I'm not so great at math. I just looked over at our statistician, Marvin, and he signaled to me 5 for 5 to get things started here on this opening drive. Where I come from, that's pretty good.
That is pretty good. Now, what do you do defensively to adjust?
Well, this is where you've got to make a decision as a defensive coordinator. Do you really get after the quarterback? Or maybe you tighten down on the receivers, bump them off of their routes, chip away at their timing so things aren't as precise as they've been so far in this game.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
Come on, set. 90, Wolf. Score, score. Give me that ball. Hit it.
On 2nd down, Kamara fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on third down.
Look at me, zipper!
Check 31, check.
Hard, hard!
They'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
NFL kickers nowadays, they make things look so easy because normally from this range, about 2 out of 3. And this is not an easy kick.
Yeah, 20 years ago, you get where he was in that 50 range, maybe a little over. And it's a big kick, but now we just, if they leave it short, you're like, whoa, what happened? And that's what we have here.
Yeah, you're right. 20 years ago, we were saying run some more plays and get closer. Now we think they're definitely within range, and you're exactly right. When it comes up short, there has to be something that went wrong because they have plenty of leg.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
218, chop. Two.
On 2nd down, Love. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Bryce Love, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
Hey, box drop, box drop. 55.
Back to throw now on first down. Throwing right, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with 3rd and just a yard.
Down. 50. Plant.
Mike 58 right there. Stop your whining.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run pass option. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
61, matchbox, light. Get it.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Hey, Haywood!
57's the mic! 57's the mic!
They'll look to throw here. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
This quarterback now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys at first. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Darius Leonard in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And when you go 5 wide like they just did there, you can't really max protect, can you?
No, you cannot. What you're hoping is that by going 5 wide, you're forcing the defense into coverage. And if you do that, you get a chance to find some people downfield. But if they audible themselves and go into a blitz, then it's got to happen right now.
Or lights out.
Or exactly right. Turn them out. That play's over.
He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
Ready,
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter.
Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up.
Hey, high 7.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, here we go.
2.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Darius Leonard, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And he missed it. It's no good, and this score will stay right where it is. So 2 missed field goals for him now, and that's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
Running to start the drive is Love. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw. Herbert. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
We go. 70, Indy.
3 ball.
Ready.
To throw on 2nd down. Herbert. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And in a lot of ways, that catch is expected. Red zone presence, and that one was realized there. You've got to find your tight end in that situation.
On 1st down, Herbert. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Miles Jack coming in hard there on the blitz, and he gets him 7 yards behind the line of scrimmage. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. 2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. Well, they've gotten it down to the 3, but now this is 3rd and goal. Going to give it to Love. And he will fight his way into the end zone for a touchdown. Bryce Love, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2nd and 6. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Steelers send out their punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. He gets us away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Open man is Kirk, complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Off play action. Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. They don't want to repeat a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here, as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Get ready. Get ready.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He is proving his worth defensively. Getting the sack here, that comes after being named the AFC Defensive Player of the Week for his performance in last week's game.
He's stacking games together, isn't he? I mean, you just mentioned what he did the previous week to be named AFC Defensive Player of the Week, continuing to play at that level. And when you get that kind of confidence going, those kind of guys are hard to stop.
He'll get 3, but it leaves him with a big hole here on 3rd and very long.
We go! 90 Wolf! Strong right!
Off the play fake. Herbert. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. It'll be a pickup of 14, but they're still a little bit short as it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Ready up. 58, Mike. Here we go.
Following the penalty, it's Kamara. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up 2nd down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Wide open receiver complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. He'll look to throw. They'll get this complete to the Notre Dame man, Equinemius St. Brown. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 46-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Grace don't travel. Yes!
2nd and 2. And he's got his man on the out route. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. It'll be a gain of 17 at a Pittsburgh first. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Kamara trying to right side. And he's got some space here. Down the numbers. There he goes. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Alvin Kamara, his 9th touchdown of the season, as his guys are back within a single score. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got the lead. Last time had to punt it, though. What's the key to this drive?
I think it's leverage. The big guys up front You know the motivational speech on the sideline is, guys, give us an opportunity. Protect the passer, create space for our runners, and let's go ahead and get these guys. Low man wins. Let's go do it on this drive.
We'll watch that leverage on this drive. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. On first down, here's Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it, and it's picked up by the Steelers. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. So they were down by a touchdown, probably just hoping the defense could hold them, maybe force the punt. Instead, they forced the turnover and take it into the house.
Well, the plan was perfect. That's exactly what they wanted. Instead, they got a lot more than that. Big-time capitalization by taking the ball away and putting it in the end zone.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll be looking to make amends for the events of a moment ago. A fumble return for 6 points.
You absolutely have to protect the football. That's got to be priority.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one goes for 30 yards.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pumps from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. Oh, and now he bowls him over. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Operating from the gun, Herbert. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. They'll run with Love. Finding room to the 20. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Bryce Love, 33 yards. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Man, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They go play action here on first down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
30 base.
On first down, Love. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And all the way in for the touchdown. Bryce Love, 42 yards. And that interception key as it leads to the touchdown. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just 1 shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
Let's go. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, one-play interceptions. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
This quarterback now 4 of 5 since coming on. It's 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
You might be getting tired of seeing me.
At 58,
22.
Now back to throw. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A first down run, good for about 3. 2nd and 7 coming up. There to stop him was Darius Leonard.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now this time he'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Equanimous St. Brown. His 6th touchdown of the season, as they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. This time, the extra point up and good, as this gets them back within a touchdown and a 2-point conversion. So the lead trimmed down to 8 as here comes the kickoff, and it's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
They'll take over 1st down and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They'll start the drive with Love here. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. A big play, 3rd and 2. This crowd dying for a stop.
Check 52.
It'll be Love to try and get the first. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It's a 1st down following a gain of 3. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
2nd and 12 at the 34-yard line.
Here we go. 10-2 stop.
Check, 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 check. Check.
Off play action. Herbert. That's going to be caught by Kirk. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 45-yard line. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. He's looking for another 4-sack game. That's how many he had last week. That's his 3rd.
And when I watch him rush the passer, the thing that always comes to mind for me is how well he uses his hands. The martial arts stuff that a lot of guys...
Oh, no, he lost the football. But call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you maintain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounce. 8 ounce is good.
All right, just checking.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were competent enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. After the pick six, they go right back to the air. He's going to air. They've got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A big pickup of 38. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he's going to be out of bounds here on the return at his own 2-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 14, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. Oh, this is becoming tough to watch. I don't know that I've seen 3 pick sixes from the same quarterback in the same game.
And I know that many are going to scream at the coach about why did you let him stay out there to throw those. But truthfully, what are the odds that you're going to throw 3 pick sixes in a game? You want to leave them out there so they can work through some of the rough stuff.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Back-to-back good plays. Have them on the move on first down. Back to throw here. Coverage there by Von Bell.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
13, fellas, 13. Watch 13. 58 for Mike. Ready.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Barnett, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. He'll drop to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Austin, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for Pittsburgh, the long